Yeah, shit.
It's working. Everything's working. It's like
Yay!
riding a bike. Podcasting is like riding a terrible, terrible bike.
Suck it, NASA.
So yeah, hello, Brandon Chambers.
Hello, John Menagacha.
How are things? I figure since it's a back from vacation episode, like I have a topic, but we're never gonna get to it. So let's just talk about like how vacation was and all that kind of good stuff. Because Crimas was last week. You celebrate Crimas.
Yeah.
Um.
I assume all good atheists celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, think about it. Like, not being an atheist and not celebrating Christmas is like not having kids and not deciding to fuck. Like, you should be able to enjoy the good parts of these things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea. Like, hey, let's all gather together, buy some cool stuff for each other, hang out, watch some awesome movies, and enjoy all the lights and all of the everything. Like, it's a super fun holiday. Throw all the other crap away.
Yeah.
It's a super fun holiday where you get things.
Getting things.
Yeah, getting things. Getting things.
Getting things. Hashtag getting things.
Hashtag getting things. Yeah. Because, I mean, you know, we can all do the reason for the season and blah, 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 blah. And hopefully you did something nice for someone else. But also, hopefully you put something on that Christmas list and somebody went to Amazon and somebody clicked that link.
Yeah. Nice. So did you have the whole week off, or did you just have like Christmas and
I did not have any real vacation time to speak of other than yesterday I took off because I had taken my vacation time earlier in the year.
Okay.
I'd taken off the week leading up to the last Art Fight show.
Okay.
So this is the thing. That whole week, like, unless you're working in the retail or sales business, like, because where I work, we don't supply to retail clients, it's a dead week. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really, like, half days, and, like, we did inventory, and, like, you basically kind of do a bunch of cleaning up or whatever it is. Tomorrow will be an interesting day, because we're halfway through the week, so I'm going to feel like the rest of this week's going to be kind of a negative sort of thing, and then everyone who decides that they're going to pull this new year, new me thing is going to be ready to chomp at the... I don't want to get too lost down this rabbit hole, but man, do I want to fucking tear into that so bad. So bad.
It's good to have goals.
Goals.
Yeah.
Goals you can set any time of the year.
Yeah.
As long as you'd like. This idea that somehow today, in your hangover state, as you're eating fried rice for breakfast to try and compensate for all the Jägermeister you had last night, that you are suddenly going to be living a new year in a new you. You are such a liar. You are the same people. Like, seriously, you are what Planet Fitness hopes exists in the world. You are going to buy that subscription. You're going to forget about it. You're going to remember in June as you get the auto notification like, why am I getting charged $10 for son of a bitch? Because you failed on your fitness goals.
Yeah.
January 23rd.
CrossFit.
Like, stop it. Look, here's the about it. You were a shithead before this started. You're still going to be a shithead. Set a realistic goal. Try and stick with it, but don't do it in the beginning of the year when everyone else is doing it. Like, really.
But that's when all the discounts happen.
The discount, sure. Like, if you want to buy something, whatever, cool. Like, now's the time. You want to set a realistic goal? Go buy a new TV. Leading up to Super Bowl, that's when the real sales are.
Oh, yeah.
New year, new view of the gigantic television in the gigantic living room.
Yeah. Get that OLED shit.
Yeah, but like...
With that little curve to that television.
No. Why would you want a curved TV?
No bad angle, Brandon. You can sit over here
No,
or slightly
bullshit,
over here.
because you were all the way over here, and you're only seeing part the curvature of the Earth, Jamie.
It doesn't. No, it's a flat screen, like the flat
My
Earth.
Vizio held up. My Vizio, it lives on the back of a gigantic turtle floating about in space. Like that's realistically what it is.
I will watch the shit out of that.
Oh God, yeah. So I just Facebook and Instagram just full of all of these new year, new me. Like YouTube's got it, Google's got it. It's just like stop it.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like setting new goals on a Tuesday seems terrible.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Like, because I have to ask, where were you back in May?
Yeah.
Like let's pick May, like a Tuesday in May. Why were you suddenly okay with being fat and lazy in May? Like, it was nice out. There were things to be done.
Yeah,
Sun
yeah.
shining. You could have possibly been outside in a t-shirt. Like, you could have worn flip-flops that day. You could have decided, you know what? I'm going outside and I'm going for a run. But no, no. You wait until the saddest, coldest, rainiest season to suddenly decide that you are going to punish yourself with a diet or suddenly decide that exercise is a good idea.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is screwing up the world for everyone else who has been on the treadmill mid-December.
Well,
that's the reality.
Running in this weather is well, from like fall to, well, we don't have winter here. Like, we had one day of snow and that's it.
No, that's not true though. Our winter is later in the season.
That's
We're going to
true.
be
That's true. That's
to
true.
winter. Like, it goes into February.
Right.
So that was the worst time to start running.
Right. Well, but fall is a good time. Like, if you were going to get outside and run, like, October is a good season to do it because it's cool outside. You don't overheat. Overheating is usually when you slow down and you're just like, fuck everything, I can't run anymore. Now it's a little tougher, but it's still a good time to run outside. Running on a treadmill is always awful. Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's all you're... Karen, listen to me. You're on the elliptical. You're a goddamn hamster. You're a hamster. If you haven't decided before this point that you're going to move and nothing else will move around you, if that doesn't bother you yet, okay. But the rest of this, it does. I have an exercise literally back there that I use all the time.
Nice.
And I hate it because it's terrible because I sit and I watch TV on the thing because I have to do something. But that's the whole idea. Is like, it's just awful. I can't get out and do anything right now because it's either too slimy, too cold, or too wet. Because we apparently the fucking Seattle.
Yeah. Well, climbing is always good because you can climb year round at the indoor gym.
Climbing's stupid expensive.
But that's the problem. Yeah.
That's the problem with climbing. Like, this is the thing. I'd love to do climbing more. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
It's not a viable sort of thing to get into. It's not like the upfront cost of an exercise bike or whatever it is. And, you know, like...
Yeah.
Anyway, that aside, kids, look, my point is that stop it with the new year, new me stuff. Set a reasonable goal. You want to lose 20 pounds? Cool. You want to go out and go exercise? Cool. Set a realistic goal. Don't set resolutions.
Yeah.
Resolutions you set a monitor to, not what you set your life to. Stop it.
Yeah. And, I mean, exercise, start off easy, like once a week, you know. You can set aside once a week and then, you know, up it to twice and then like 3 times and then just, you know, then you set aside like half hour a day or a full hour a day. Do something, but like start with something that you can manage.
I think for me personally, if you set 1/2 hour a week, I'm going to dread that half an hour unless I'm going out with a bunch of friends and doing some fun stuff. You really want to learn how to get in a regimen and actually exercise. Set your alarm half an hour earlier. Get up. Stand up out of your bed, just bedside. Do 20 jumping jacks. Go down on the ground. Do 10 sit-ups. Do 10 push-ups. Grumble, hate yourself, go get a shower, go get coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Start to get through a week of that, consistently a week. I don't care if you're hungover. I don't care if it's Sunday, whatever it is. Start your morning every morning that way. You feel okay, you start to up that number. You start to feel like you're actually doing that and you're doing okay, then you add in the treadmill or the bike or whatever it is. But every morning you get yourself up, you do a thing. Because if you're not consistent and you're not committing to yourself, it needs to be like brushing your teeth. Mm-hmm. If you're not doing it every day, you're not taking care of yourself.
What is it like? It takes 30 days to start a new habit or something like that? Or something?
Yeah, something I went from when I was taking like Carnegie management courses. It takes like the average person 27 times to do something, which is like, it's hard to determine how an employee is unless you're past like the first 30 days. So like hiring seasonal employees is a total crapshoot, but that's a whole other argument. But yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
You really want to get serious about this resolution and losing the pounds? Get up every morning. Yes, fucking do the thing. Get up every morning and actually do the thing. Start to get better with it. If you can't do push-ups, you can't do 10 push-ups, do one. Just physically do the limit of what you think you can do. One will turn into 5, will turn into 10, will then up out of nowhere. You're still going to be getting up every time. You're still going to be getting moving, and the physical exercise first thing in the morning will get your blood going and will eventually make you feel a little better first thing in the morning. You're going to cuss me out right in the beginning. I promise you. You're going to be up in the morning, fat jiggling, fucking doing jumping jacks. Hey, Brandon, you suck something awful. I do. I'm just right.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I used to, every time I would get pissed off, because I used to do web work, and coding HTML is a pain in the ass, and trying to get everything to look the same on multiple different browsers, multiple different OSs, all that kind of stuff. So I used to do this thing where, like, if I got really pissed, I would drop and do 10 push-ups. And then I ended up doing a lot of push-ups during the day because I would be getting so fucking mad at what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the idea of setting your alarm earlier and doing a small thing every day and building it up, that's a good thing. I used to exercise a lot more than I do, and I really felt it this past week. We're just sedimentary, sitting there not doing anything. I just kind of started feeling like garbage. So I was like,
yeah,
I really got to do stuff because this is terrible.
Yeah, that's got to be the whole thing. Is you have to just start getting moving. So to those of you who are looking at me going, Brandon, come on, seriously? Yes, seriously. For as much as I gave you a hard time about the resolution thing, if you want to start feeling better and start doing the thing, start setting a realistic goal. A realistic goal is you got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Get off your phone. You don't need to spend the extra time sitting on the toilet reading through your Instagram video feed. Go and do the thing.
Yeah.
Set yourself a reasonable goal every day. Do it every single day. You still got to go to work every day. You got to get up and brush your teeth every day. Dogs got to go out and go take a dump every day. You need to get up and go do your thing every day. It has to become routine. Otherwise, it's not going to stick.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can be that guy and then start goading all your friends into doing things.
Yeah. Come with me.
They're all going to turn you down. Yeah, they're all going to turn you down. If you decide that you want to start hiking, kids, I'm right here. I got the dog. I've been asking people for God knows how long to go with me. I had 2 people go with me. One of which being my wife. My wife will no longer hike with me anymore. So, how this works?
So Brandon.
Yeah.
Did you have Christmas off?
I had Christmas Day off. Yes.
Oh, okay. Did you do anything fun? Did you get anything good? Did you eat anything? Did you eat anything fun?
I did. Let's see. So Christmas, we have a tradition where we go down to my in-laws, we open gifts, and then we go directly across the street to where my uncle-in-law. I don't know how to put it. Like my wife's aunt and uncle live directly across the street. This is South Baltimore, traditional Baltimore brick row home sort of thing. So like they grew up directly across the street. So the idea is, one family goes over to the other family. We all had breakfast together as one big family. We all exchange gifts in between the cousins and the aunts and the uncles and yada, yada, yada. And it's just a nice, like, super chill thing. Show up in your PJs. Everyone's super chill. We're breaking out mimosas and Bloody Marys. Like, we're drinking before 10 a.m. Like, total chill day. This year is a little different. Kel's uncle has had cancer, and it's been in his throat.
Oof.
So he's going through chemo and radiation treatments at the same time. Yeah, tough SOB.
Yeah.
So plus side is things are on the mend. He's more than halfway through. The masks have shrunk almost completely. He's going to be just fine. The problem is that he feels like crap,
Yeah.
and he can't taste anything at this point. So I took it upon myself that we all want to enjoy things the way we used to, and I don't want things to be weird for him. Like, I think if Christmas didn't happen because he's sick, he'd feel terrible. So I threw out the idea of, I'll cook. Tradition. I'm not going to let tradition die on my watch. You can call me the fucking Topol of the family. I'm not letting tradition die. So I come walking in with my pots and my pans and my whole nine, everything else like that, and I made breakfast for, like, I don't know, 15 people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I spent Christmas morning. I got there early. Everyone decided to come over a little early, and I whipped up all your Christmas staples for us, at least your bacon, your sausage. I made some sausage gravy. I made eggs for everybody. Made a bunch of biscuits and the whole nine. And yeah, so like decided to just make breakfast. Got a lot of rad stuff. Got a new pair of headphones, which are super rad. It's my mother-in-law spoiled this shit. I mean, these are the studio noise canceling jobbies. Yeah. I threw them on my wish list eventually to buy them, and apparently she saw them and were like, that's going to happen. I was like, all right then. Yeah. What else did I end up getting? I got a bunch of like random cool, rad, small stuff. I ended up getting a sticks and a practice pad and a drum stand.
I was just going to say, Brandon, I don't see a drum kit in the back there.
No, the more Jamie Noguchi, you sent me down a rabbit hole.
Oh.
So after the last one that we did, we talked about the mini kit that was created by Questlove of
good.
Fame and everything. So yeah, but the more I looked into it, it was a lot of reinforcement that like it's good for people who are traveling studio musicians or whatever it is, or kids 4 to 10, and. If you've met me, I don't fit in most standard things. I'm a wide. Like, there's just no way around it.
Yeah.
So I thought crowning behind a weak hit was the wrong way to go. So I started going down this rabbit hole of like, what should I get? What am I looking at? Price comparative. What am I really needing? And I found a dude who teaches drum lessons online, and he's like, here's the thing: if you're possibly serious about it, and you're not in band in school right now, or in high school or college, get realistic about it. You don't need to be spending $700 on something you don't necessarily need. Spend $35 on a practice pad. Get a cheap stand if you want to get the more realistic style thing. You can always use the snare stand later, and then get a pair of drumsticks. Practice every day. If you practice every day, get yourself a foot pedal and put it up against something, and then try and really practice with that. Because if you get serious about it, buy a used kit.
Yeah, nice.
And get serious. So right now I am at the stand function. I've been practicing, different drum rolls and I'm trying to think of what they are. There's so much terminology now. Like it's a fucking crash course. So much stuff. Ridiculous amount of stuff, and like trying to learn all the forms and everything else like that. There's a 10-minute video on just how to properly hold sticks and the difference of it, and just like how to properly do it that way. So I've been practicing my rolls and just playing along with things and trying to learn that. And like on the one hand, I wish that I would have spent the X number of dollars on it. I've talked myself out of buying an electronic kit, which was where I was going initially. But
Roland makes some good shit, man.
I've seen so many people talking positively and negatively about it, and then I forget who it was. I think it was Taylor Hawkins, I think, from Foo Fighters. They asked him about that for like up-and-coming drummers, and he was like, nobody likes a quiet drummer. Quit playing around. Stuff a pillar inside the bass drum with some mutes if you really want to. He's like, but there's no digital kit or electric kit that is going to simulate the feel of smacking some gigantic floor toms. There's just not.
That's true.
It's like it's the difference between playing real drums and playing guitar. Bro. Just stop. He's like, you want to play with an electric kit? He goes, go buy an old PlayStation, go get a thing, Guitar Hero, and or whatever it is, Rock Band, and go play that, because that's about all you're going to feel for the digital one. It ain't the same as playing drums. It's just not.
Yeah.
And he's right. Like,
That's
on the
true.
one hand, if I wanted to practice that way, I can totally practice that way. But that's not playing drums.
Well, and if you wanted like an expensive sounding kit, but you wanted to use the modeling and stuff, they have drum triggers. Like you can set MIDI triggers onto your sticks. So like you'll hit it and it'll be your drum kit, but you can process that sound to whatever you want. Like if you
But then I'm spending thousands on a digital kit that it's going to sit in my office and never really get used.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to buy a kit, then I'm going to want to actually play the kit. If I'm going to want to actually play the kit, I want something that I can actually play.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nothing's going to simulate the two tones that come out of a cymbal. Like I hit an electric crash, it's not going to have the same feel as a regular crash.
Yeah.
It's never going to give me that proper feel of it. I'm not going to feel the difference in between building a tone on a set of floor toms. Like I'm just right, yeah, like just it's not going to be there. So
and drums are fucking fun.
that's the other part of it. Is I was trying to talk myself into another fitness goal, and being able to consistently play the drums I thought would actually be a really good one.
Oh yeah,
because you don't see too many fat drummers.
Yeah, Brad, when me and Johnny and Brad were playing, Brad sweats like a fucking pig. He's like hitting the sticks.
Yeah. It got me this realizing of like, I can smack things hard with sticks and I don't have to wear sleeves. This is my instrument.
Bang.
I've been wrong for so long. I've been kicking myself watching tutorial videos about like, why didn't I get into this when I was younger?
Probably because your parents didn't want you to wake up the neighbors.
I don't know, because my dad pushed me into playing a guitar, so it wasn't necessarily a big deal about like being loud or whatever. It's just, I don't know, but I wish I would have, and it got me thinking like, why are you going to let age stop you? Go do the thing.
Well, we know a great place to get used gear.
Man, did I search online, and man, do they not have shit right now. So
yeah, but I mean, you go to the place.
Yeah.
I mean, and all you need to do, like if the heads are bad, you just replace the heads. And tuning is, you just get the key and you tune them. Like I worked in Johnny's studio, so I know how to tune a drum kit.
We're gonna
break it down.
We're gonna talk about that and figure all that fun stuff out. But yeah, that'll be a little farther down the road. But I'm starting to put together a slush fund right now to try and see what I can put together and what I want to do.
Johnny might actually still have his kit. Maybe he's not using it. I know that for a fucking fact.
Okay.
Because I had to pull his amp out of storage and force him to play it at a backyard barbecue he was having. So I know he's got gear.
We should have a conversation about that after the fact, because I would be very curious about how that would land.
And it's a great kit. Like it sounds good. It's easy to play. It feels nice. Yeah, we should bug him about that.
Yep. Okay. Anyway, so I got headphones. I got a drum pad. I got some other small cool stuff. The wife got me a custom pop socket of the pup, which is very cute. So yeah, it was pretty good all in all. Like I've got no real complaints. Ton of gift cards. I bought myself things, and I'm a super. The moment you realize you're an adult when you get an Amazon gift card, you get excited because you can buy a snow broom to push snow off your car. Like that is the most depressing. Like on my Christmas list, I had waterproof wader boots so that I could work out in the mud in the yard, and I bought myself a snow broom to push snow off my car.
Nice.
I don't have kids, but I feel like I'm still preparing as if I had kids.
Well, you still got to go to work, so you need that broom, man.
Like, just genetically, I'm just kind of a dad by default.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
Let's see. So, Lauren and Cameron and Belen and Cedric were in town. So, Lauren is Audrey's sister. Cameron is her husband. Belen is their 4-year-old, and Cedric is their 1-year-old. So, the whole crew was there. And we spent the entire week in Arlington because that's where Audrey's folks live.
Okay.
And, so Audrey took the week off. They were visiting. I work from home, so I work. So like vacation is just, hey, I'm working from another office. As long as they have Wi-Fi.
It was funny. Like as related to this, my wife every so often you'll post something and she comes down past me, whatever it is, and the first thing out of her mouth is, "Fucking Jamie Noguchi is so talented." And I was like, "Hang on, one, yes, naturally he is very incredibly capable, but the secret to Jamie Noguchi, and I tell everyone this, is you work harder than anybody else does. You are Mr. No Days Off. Like you are the Iron Man of everything. Like."
Yeah, I mean, just, you got it. Hey,
I'll go work and do the thing, and yet, like, I need to go get my oil change. Cool, you guys got Wi-Fi? All right, cool. I'm gonna be here working. Like, there's no stop.
Yeah. I wish I had more to show for it, but yes. So yeah, like from vacation for me now has become like a new co-working space, as it were. While with me being the only coworker and everyone else doing whatever the fuck they're doing, but
then it's absolutely a co-working space.
It's actually, yeah. But it was cool. Audrey's mom, she cooks a lot, so she I don't know if she likes to cook or if it's something that she does now, but we ate so much fucking food, like holy shit, like. Like, oh my god,
gaining some lbs over this holiday, did we?
Oh yes. There is more of me in the new year than there was in the old year, and
yeah,
it was amazing. Like, you know, one day we had just cold cuts from the store, but you know, it's cold cuts and sandwiches, so it's nothing fancy. Yeah. And then another day we had like I brought down dumplings from one of the dumpling houses that we go to up here, and we had a whole bunch of other shit with that. One day we had like the Peruvian chicken place down there. I mean, like, it was just so fucking good. Like, we had Thai one day. There's a ramen place down there that has this dish called tantan men, which is it's noodles. It's still ramen noodles, but it's ground pork and then a spicy broth. So it's like a spicy ramen, but it's not ramen. It's like more I think it's like Thai influenced kind of thing.
Okay.
But that was really good. And then Fred, Audrey's dad, his favorite dish, his comfort food is something called cassoulet.
I love that you're preparing. There's preparation to be done with this.
So Brandon.
Yeah.
You get yourself a bunch of beans, like a huge vat of like the white beans.
Okay.
You soak them overnight to get them nice and soft and ready to absorb whatever you put in with the beans.
Okay.
Then you order the kit online, because if you bought the ingredients by yourself, you would be spending like hundreds of dollars. So you get the cassoulet kit online, and inside the cassoulet kit you have all of the meat. You got duck confit, so you got bits of duck. You got 2 different kinds of sausage.
Okay.
You've got a nice slab of bacon for cooking. Then you get a tub of duck fat.
Okay.
So you cook all this stuff down, you chop all this stuff down while the beans are soaking, then you lay down the beans, you lay down a layer of meat, lay down some more beans, another layer of meat, more beans, and you stick it in the oven for like 5 hours. And all of that just like simmers and grows and expands and gets nice crust on the top. The beans absorb the flavor of the duck fat,
because that's what beans do.
And the sausage absorbs the flavor of the duck, and the duck absorbs the flavor of the sausage, and it's like it looks like just brown. If there was like if you look
all
up
of that build up to say it looks just brown.
It looks brown. Like
That's
if you looked
the
up,
most Goldblum Jamie Higuchi's ever been.
yeah, if you look up the word brown in the dictionary, there is a photo of a cassoulet because
Okay,
it's just brown.
multiple shades of brown.
It's just
Okay.
multiple shades of brown. Yeah, you dig into it and you see the layers of the beans and the sausage and the bones and the duck and you huh? Well, because duck confit is basically duck
Okay.
on the bone and then you cook it and you
Okay.
you pull the bones out. You can,
Okay.
but like leaving the bones in while it's cooking gives it more flavor and
More
stuff.
flavor, right?
Yeah. And you eat it, and every bite you get all of the flavors all at once, like the duck, the sausage, the beans, the fat, just and you can feel your heart working harder and harder as your arteries get filled with duck fat. So like
That's what I'm saying.
I am maybe like 30% duck fat right now. And
That's okay.
I had this
It looked
like
good.
last Thursday and it's still like seeping through my veins.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know what? If I realize anything, the French are better at being angry than we are. So maybe you're just like naturally fed to be angrier at this point. Maybe we just need more duck fat.
Yeah. But this dish, I don't know if I described it. I don't know if I did it justice, but it's so hearty. It feels like what Thanksgiving should feel like in a bite. Like it's just homey, it's good, it's wholesome, it just grabs you.
It feels like the way you're describing it is it's kind of like chili, kind of like stew, kind of like jambalaya, but doesn't necessarily need like rice or anything else to go along with it, and
Yeah.
it's more of a rich and hearty kind of traditional French sort of flavors than anything else,
Yeah.
rather than hiding behind some sort of sauce. Like the sauce is
Yeah.
created by all of the everything coming off all of the meats and what have you. So this way you end up getting this very kind of hearty, but almost greasy, but like this kind of like duck fat creating with the other things,
Yeah.
creating with the grease and the yada yadas and then the beans and the so on and so forth, and like
Yeah.
all of those things creating like it makes its own gravy is really what it is.
Yeah, and it's not too salty. Like chili has like a spice to it, and it's salty and it's got a good bite to it.
Well, chili is bound together with water and tomato paste, and usually like there's some sort of thing. This is more like
Yeah,
all of the sauce all comes from within.
yeah.
It's the most inspirational foods.
Yeah.
Its goodness comes from inside.
It does, and and unless you are purposefully trying to challenge your heart, you should probably eat something green alongside the cassoulet because it is so dense. You might want to break it up with like a leaf of arugula or something. Just a green. Like when we go to Iron Age, we always eat the green stuff to build up the acid so that we can eat more meat.
Yeah.
So like you'll need a little bit of a acidy thing to kind of inspire more food, like more eating. But cassoulet is I've never I've never had a lot of French cooking, but having this is I mean I'm upset that more people have not experienced cassoulet. Now, if you don't eat meat, you're fucked because it's all the duck, all the sausage.
Yeah, but from what you're telling me, like you have to order it as a fucking kit. It has to show up. You're not going to end up buying like so. It's not like the sort of thing that like your average Mo is going to end up doing.
Yeah, you have to
So I
spend
think
time with it.
Yeah. Like it sounds like it's way more intense than ordering like a Joe Corby's pizza.
Yeah.
So there are processes to be had. You got to know a guy.
Yeah. You have to, and the kits are there. They give you the instructions, so it's easy to follow. But you have to have like 2 days at least because you have to sit there and soak the
Jesus.
beans.
I don't have that sort of patience for food.
But it's so good.
Let's see, cassoulet. Let's see if there's kits. Continue on. Let's see.
You can buy it in a can apparently. Like you can buy it.
Why
like,
would you do that?
I don't know if you wanted a cheap like I guess it's like Hormel chili. You can get Hormel chili in a can and it'll do you for. So I guess that's the equivalent, but it's not the same. And Hillary, Audrey's mom, doesn't do it often because it takes all day and it takes forever. There's one place in DC that serves cassoulet, and that place is amazing. There's like a French restaurant across from Lincoln Theater, so you can get all your Lincoln getting shot in the head jokes out while you're eating cassoulet.
There you go. Jesus Christ. The grocery list for this. I'm looking up Julia Child's recipe for this. Holy hell. You need an herb bouquet. Like, the grocery list for this is easily 25 items. There's a separate section for the beans.
Oh, yes. Yes. If you fuck up the beans, it's over. Like, the beans have to be right.
See, this has it. Her recipe also shows, let's see, beans, let's see, salt pork, 1 pound salt pork, 4 pounds bone-in lamb shoulder, let's see, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, so she uses lamb and goose. So I assume it's a regional thing where you can switch out to whatever the, like, more appropriate ones are for whatever it is. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The beans, an hour. The pork, 15 minutes. After beans have sat for 1 hour. So now we're 2 hours into beans. Then there's 1.5 hours for the bean. Then the lamb takes 1.5 hours. Then you have to assemble everything. Recipe may be prepared up to this point up to 2 days in advance. But if the beans and lamb have not been freshly cooked, bring them to a simmer for several minutes. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a marathon. That's why you get the kit.
God.
Because all the ingredients are in one place.
I genuinely, I don't like anyone this much to do this. I think that's really my secret. Like, I don't even love me enough to make this. Like, and I love me some me. Like, let's not pretend.
Maybe we'll do it one day and, like, invite a whole bunch of people over because we're only going to do it once.
Yeah, just the cassoulet, just the once.
We should do, like, designate a weekend. Everyone just take off. We're doing the cassoulet for no good reason. We're doing the cassoulet.
Yeah, cassoulet is like the anal of food. Like, I'll try it once, but I don't know if it's for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a birthday food. Is really what it is.
That one time.
It's a birthday food. It's a once a year sort of like, well, it's your birthday, so
might as well see if it fits.
Yep. I'd also like to give a reminder and a hearty hello to all my future employers. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things that should be experienced at least once because I don't know. There's and it's not a fancy dish. It's just a homey dish.
No, it seems very hearty. Like, I think realistically what it is it's the sort of thing where, like, you manage to get all this fresh stuff together and you were at home and you start to do the one thing and then you start to work on something else and then you start to do the other thing and start to work on something else. So, like, it is much a holiday food in the sense of, like, well, the family's going to be here for Christmas or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll make a big pot of this and then there'll be plenty of it to go around and everyone will not have a nice, warm, hearty meal along with everything else.
Yeah. And it's a thing, like, when you think of fine French dining, it never shows up. Like, I'd never heard of cassoulet before I met Audrey's family. It never showed up in any of the fancy, like, cooking shows that talk about French stuff and all that kind of shit.
This has to be like Ratatouille in that sense of, like, it's essentially, for lack of a better way to put
it's peasant dish.
Right, yeah, like, it's traditionally poor people food, and then it ends up being really fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, everything else, like,
oh,
lobster's peasant food. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's like, this shit is delicious. And they're like, hey, poor people, go yourselves. How about that? Yeah.
God, lobster. There's a place in Bethesda that has lobster rolls. Fuck, I need a lobster roll now.
Anyway,
lobster rolls fucking good. But yes, cassoulet is amazing. So the girls got to see a play at Cinetic Theater. So there's a theater in Crystal City, which has now been renamed to whatever Amazon calls it now, like North something place.
North Crystal City?
It's Crystal City no longer exists. It's like North.
Well, wasn't Crystal City not really Crystal City?
North Landing, something like that. Something Landing, North Landing.
Yeah, but well, hang on a second, because I thought Crystal City was just like a suburb of an existing city that was pretentious enough to decide that it needed to be called Crystal City. Then it got renamed to something else by Amazon showing up, right?
Yeah, North Landing. I think it's North Landing.
Okay.
Or some
So we shouldn't be
bullshit like
surprised when this pretentious place renames itself to something more pretentious.
that. Anyway, there's a theater there called Cinetic Theater, and they're known for doing avant-garde productions. There's if you like see photos from their website, they have like a bunch of water on the stage and lights and shit. They don't have any dialogue when they do their plays, which is something I didn't know. And so Audrey and Lauren took Belen and Hazel and another one of their friends and their kid to see this play about My Father's Dragon. Do you know this book?
No.
It's essentially this kid hears about a dragon being held in Animal Island, and so he sneaks away from his parents, goes to Animal Island, and frees this dragon. And he meets all these different creatures, like a gorilla who's really strong, a lion who has tangles in his hair. He's really frustrated that, so like I don't know. It's a kid's thing, but
they don't talk.
They don't talk. So they used puppets for this production. So they had like a giant puppet for a dragon.
Right. No, I'm not confused by that. I'm more just trying to figure out how you portray to somebody that you have knots in your hair or introduce yourself to someone else without speaking when one of you is human.
I don't know. I didn't get to see it, but apparently the kids loved it, which is always a plus.
Okay. To no surprise.
And they got to meet the puppets afterwards. So like, there's like the little mouse puppet, which was like about this size, and then there was the boar puppet, which was like huge.
That's cool.
So, but it's a fun theater. Johnny used to shoot photos for them for like, and that's how he met his current wife, Brittany, because she was working lights there. So Cinetic is loosely connected to us.
Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Right on.
What else happened? We were gonna try to hit the zoo lights, but we never made it out because it was kind of cold last week and kind of gross.
Yeah.
So we mostly stayed inside and just kind of lazed about while I was working.
Shocker. Imagine my surprise.
But yeah, it was good. It was a good vacation. Oh, I think Thursday or Wednesday, one of those days, I took my dad to see Aquaman.
Okay, how was that?
It sure was a movie, Brandon Chalmers.
Was it?
It sure was a movie.
Okay.
Sure was a movie. I think it's fun, and people should see it because for years in the action superhero genre, women have been sexualized by the camera for just being women.
Okay.
In this instance, the entire time, Jason Momoa is being hypersexualized. There's lots of shirtless scenes, just guns out for days. The scene of him coming off of the beach, without wearing anything, it's amazing. It doesn't feel like it's enough. Like it feels like there should be more of movies like these for women to ogle the Momoa.
Yeah, I think maybe that might be the difference though. Is it's Jason Momoa. And as silly as it may sound, I'd rather watch Jason Momoa shirtless than Amber Heard. Like, I really would.
Yeah, and
I just feel like there's more going on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like the Mira costume is basically like the tightest swimsuit ever to push her boobs right in your face, and the movie feels like it's much more concentrated on like if it was a Fast and Furious movie, the shot of Mira every time she would walk on the screen, it would start at her ass and it would pause at her boobs before panning back to reveal, oh, she has a face too.
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. While weird percussion music blasts in the background.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they don't do that at all. She just kind of shows up and she's in the suit, but she just kind of shows up and says like, "Hey, you need to help us." Which was interesting because
it sounds like the exact same plot as Justice League.
Yeah.
Like she's just basically being Ben Affleck now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, there's a thing. You should come help us. And just like reluctant as fuck, Jason Momoa is like,
yeah,
All right, I guess I'll just take my shirt off over here then, right? Cool. I got Guinness underwater, right?
Yeah.
No,
And
you guys.
I liked that aspect of it. I know it's just as wrong as sexualizing women in film, but it rarely happens to men. So to see this in this big budget like superhero thing,
Honestly,
I thought that was great.
no one is going to watch Jason Momoa for his acting. They're not. Like, he seems like a hell of a fun guy to be around or whatever. But let's not pretend that he's not gorgeous. Like
that comes through the movie. Like you can tell he was having a great time, and he feels like a guy that you want to hang out with.
Right, but like, let's not pretend that's Jason Momoa. We get that. I'm not confused by that.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with any of that. So
yeah, I think you would enjoy it. I think many people would enjoy this movie. It is on the scale of the DC universe. It doesn't quite reach Wonder Woman, but it's way better than fucking Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman or Man of Steel or like the recent crop of stuff. Like I would put Wonder Woman up there, and I would put this one up there.
That makes sense. I mean, after watching Justice League, which I did play, just because.
Oof.
When I was on vacation a little while ago, I decided to pick up HBO on my Hulu subscription just to catch up on like Game of Thrones or Westworld and whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
And Justice League was one of the movies that was available there, and like
it feels like three different movies.
Look, it is three different movies, and it feels like everyone else is just kind of acting around Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you took Superman and Batman out of that equation, I would have enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. Ezra Miller was great. Momoa was great. Godot was great.
I even like Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
Yeah, they were great. Like, all the people around them were great.
I don't understand. Like, those two looked so much like they didn't want to be there. Like, Ben Affleck is the angriest rich guy I've ever seen. Like, sir, even the Koch brothers aren't this mad. Like, you could put a Koch brother in the middle of a pride parade, and he wouldn't be as angry as you are at being a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like, stop it. Why are you such a bitter fuck?
Yeah. That movie had no joy.
No, it had... Well, no, that's the thing. It had joy. It just fell apart the second... But, like, I don't know what they told Henry Cavill and Affleck to act as, but it's just like, hey, could you two be just angry at the entire world? Like, is that possible?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty convinced that that might be my least favorite Batman ever. Like, full stop.
Wow.
I'd rather have Val Kilmer than Ben Affleck.
Really?
Yeah.
Because people were praising him as, like, a decent portrayal. People were really excited that Batman was killing people now.
One, that's not Batman. Stop it. And two, that's not Batman. And stop it. Three, who are these people, Jamie? You shouldn't be hanging out with them. You don't need these kind of people in your life. They're not nice people.
Well, they're also the group that wants to see the Snyder cut of this movie.
No. How many times can I fucking repeat myself? No. Why? Why are you like this? Like, I don't understand why. Like, know this. I purposely put together a playlist to try and chill out and relax. And I tried this like last week, and I was like, I'm gonna have a completely chill day. It's gonna be awesome. Work was super easy. All I had to do was count much. Like, I was ready to relax. And then I almost got into a car accident twice on the way home. Both times I was sitting still, and then I get home and the dog had projectile vomited and shit inside of her crate, and I had to spend my evening scrubbing poo and puke out of her, then out of my floor, then out of her crate. And I decided at that point, you know what? I'm not allowed to have any chill. I just need to go listen to thrash metal, and hate everything all the time.
Yeah.
They seem to at least be relatively comfortable with just being kind of low-key angry cunts.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
that's how it works. That's how it has to work.
Because I realized that, like, that's how the universe works. And even I, someone who takes comfort in thrash metal, tell these people, where is your joy? Where is your joy? Like,
yeah. I don't know. Like when Batman and Superman are virtually indistinguishable from each other. They're played by two different people, but it's the same anger. It's like, who are you? You're supposed to be the big blue dumb ass Boy Scout, and you're supposed to be a detective. Batman does no detective work in any of the new shit.
No, he's in fact a terrible detective. Jeremy Irons makes a great detective.
Yeah, I mean, he can't help it.
God damn it. You know, if we're going to completely throw away the idea of Batman actually being a detective or being good or anything else, can we just get Bruce Willis as Batman?
And never as Bruce Wayne. He just keeps the cowl on the entire movie.
No, it's actually just Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He'll answer to Bruce Wayne, but it's just Bruce. That's it. We only refer to him as Bruce. I don't know if he's the actor. I don't know if he's Wayne. All I know is he's getting in the suit. He keeps referring to Jeremy Irons as, like, Hans's brother. He won't let the third Die Hard movie go. Like, just a lot of regret about former political choices and everything. And just, like, there's at least 10 minutes there where he's just sitting in the Batcave, just blowing a harmonica like fucking John Popper.
They got to do something, because
jamming out to a harmonica. No explanation about it. Just a little too long of him just soloing out, like cowl flipped back on the back of his head, in the cape, foot up on an amp, just blowing into that harp.
Oh, baby, let's keep in touch.
Just getting fucking down. God damn it. You know what? Actually,
I would watch the shit out of that.
Justin Long. We can get Justin Long to play Robin, too.
Yeah.
Like, it'll pick up where the last good Die Hard movie left. It's just them. We'll turn the next Batman movie into the best Die Hard movie since Die Hard.
Die Hard. Gotham Knights.
Yeah. Just looks at the fire hose, look at the Gatling gun, like, not again. I remember this bad choice.
Yeah, I mean, we've solved Batman. I mean, we've saved Batman.
Yeah.
Just cast Bruce.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, baby, let's keep in touch.
I just felt him. I honestly, I would go and pay the $16.95 a ticket just to not prepare anyone for the 9 minutes of harmonica playing in the Batcave. Just echoes, just going about, like, we're just looking at all of his stuff, and he's just fucking shredding it. Hell, we could open the movie that way, where it's just harmonica playing, and just us, like, going past, like, the gigantic Two-Face Penny, and like the Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah,
like all the traditional, like, comic book Batman stuff.
And this really expensive crane shot that's just kind of and you build the set. You build the set. You don't CGI that shit.
Right. And then it's just
crane.
Fucking Bruce in the Batman outfit. Just like I said, just foot up on the amp like a Captain Morgan commercial, and just fucking, like,
oh my god,
jamming it out.
So good. That would be. I would pay to see that in IMAX 3D.
That's the thing, Jamie. We didn't even go in with a plan today, and I managed to fix Justice League.
Yeah, Justice League is fixed.
That's it right there. Yeah, we could literally just have Momoa just go, fuck's the other guy? And then just go, hey,
my man.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't say that in the movie. I thought that was going to be his catchphrase.
What?
My man. But
I
they didn't lean into it.
Really need a catchphrase?
He doesn't need to, but I think they would have put a cherry on top.
You say that, but I think if you'd have did every sentence as he walked out of room with "I talk to fish" and just walked away, just no explanation whatsoever. Talk to fish.
Bruce is like jamming away on the harmonica.
Yeah.
Oh, talk to fish.
Yeah, just like Aquaman walk up. Hi, Aquaman. I talk to fish. Like, wait, what? Did he just mention that he talks to fish?
God, that's what they need to do. They need to go goofy with it, because going gritty with it is not working. Going gritty with it is not working.
Let's go brave and the bold. Yeah. Let's send Jason Momoa out with Amber Heard and some sort of Aqualad that we didn't talk about, and send them out in an RV across the country. Yeah, because that shit is delightful to watch.
I would watch a road trip movie with Aquaman.
Have you not seen Batman Brave and the Bold, the fucking the cartoon?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, they turned Aquaman into basically like he discovers the country and he takes he takes Aquaman and his wife out into like the Grand Canyon in an RV, and like he's discovering the greatness of the like. It's fucking amazing. Like, just Batman's like, boy, I'm somewhere near the sea. I sure could use Aquaman, and Aquaman's like taking selfies with his family at the fucking Grand Canyon. Fucking great.
So I don't know if you watched any of the Arrowverse shows on the WB. No. Okay, you shouldn't. But they're doing a Crisis. They're doing like Infinite Crisis. This year in 2019, and if this is not part of it, like if they don't cross over to the movie universe and Momoa is not in a fucking minivan with Amber Heard, what are they doing? What are they doing?
Yeah, just in an old like RV, just basically him doing. Fuck, could we just have him show up to Ollie's place like this is Vacation, where he's just replaying Randy Quaid's thing? Just. Hey, Arrow, that right there's an RV. Don't go falling in love with it when I take it with me next month. I'm sorry, what? I'm Aquaman. I talk to fish.
Because last year's crossover that they had with the Arrowverse, they had like all these callbacks to the previous stuff. They had like Bane's mask in one of the shots. They had the old theme song to Smallville at play at one point, like somebody save me. So like. The TV people clearly have their tongue in cheek. If they need to cross over with the movieverse, I'm sorry. That's the way you save it. That's the way you save it.
Hear me now. Because honestly, I think it would be a 4-second conversation with Jason Momoa. Jason, say it with me. I'm Aquaman. I talk to fish. And he'd start laughing and go, "That's great." He'd turn around, introduce himself to fucking everybody, like just. People he knows, directors, craft service guys, just Aquaman. I talk to fish, and just
God. Oh man, I want this to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know the right people, but I wish we knew the right people.
I argue, Jamie, if you and I are agreeing with each other, we definitely know the right people. Like that's the thing. I don't need Zack Snyder to be like, well, that's not gritty enough, because I'm just gonna get up. Firmly roll up a newspaper, hit him in the nose, and say, no. No. And then go walk Jason over and tell him, give him the line. Give him the line. Aquaman.
I'm Aquaman. I talk to fish.
Actually, if we could get the dude who directed Thor Ragnarok to actually just do Aquaman's voice.
Taika Waititi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, man. I'm Aquaman. Talk to fish.
Talk to fish. Piss off, ghost.
Actually, you know what? If we could just give Aquaman an unnecessary dolphin sidekick and just make him that voice.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
We're going to go on this big ship.
Told you. Talk to fish. The dolphin. Like, Jason, dolphins aren't fish. Like, look, one of the two of us is Aquaman and talks to fish, and one of them is not you. Let's just talk about that.
God damn it. I'm just sad now because it's not going to happen.
That's what I'm saying, Jamie. That's what we need to do. Punch up for superhero movies. That's what I need to get hired for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Completely throw everything away.
I wonder if we can make this happen.
I don't know who you know that you're tapping your lip about, but I'm curious where this goes. Don't give away all your secrets. That's how this works.
All right. Well, anyway, we've solved the DC universe.
Yep. All you had to do was make it through an hour of our bitching, and I've managed to solve the DC universe.
We've solved exercise. We've solved DC. We've talked about Castle A. I think this is an episode.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Brandon Chalmers, where can people find you?
At that guy Chalmers on Instagram. I deleted my Twitter, or at least I ignored it enough that it counts as deleted.
Wow.
Fuck them. No good comes to Twitter.
I agree.
None. Ask yourself the question, when was the last time you had a seriously positive interaction on Twitter, or are you just waiting to trigger somebody? Mm-hmm. Stop it. Just leave the whole process behind. Trust me. I'm halfway debating doing it with Facebook. I just haven't been able to figure out the cut the cord of it yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So go ahead and just type my name into Google. You'll find me or whatever it is, and you can find Super Fight at superfight.com. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
Well, you found the podcast. You're on the channel, so there. I'm on Instagram, Jamie Noguchi. I'm on Twitter, Angry Zen Master. I'm on Facebook, but I only usually friend friends and family and stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can find all of our stuff. You can email us at info@fuckingdoitcast.com. I just need to reset the password, and I tried that a couple of times and it didn't work. So your email may or may not get to us. Best message us on those other places if you want.
Jesus Christ.
So good.
Oh, man. Yeah. Let's see. And Jamie Noguchi, you've been giving them sneak previews coming up very soon. I think the store is open right now.
Yes.
But
Draw Right Now, Brandon Chalmers, Phil Chan, Master of Disguise, and myself, we're starting this aspirational brand called Draw Right Now. We're getting things together right now, so we don't have it. It's like
aspirational.
Aspirational, yeah.
Inspirational.
Aspirational. We are a brand that aspires to inspire. So
okay,
that kind of thing.
There you go. Okay.
But yeah, so we don't have a whole lot of stuff out there now, but 2019 we're going to be pushing this more. We'll probably be heading out to some shows with this stuff. C2E2. I'm looking at a Chicago trip.
Ooh, yeah, girl.
Because Phil has a table.
We should totally do that. It's going to be rad, kids. I think we've got the store up. You can buy some things that have our logo on them. If you know us and you're like, guys, this sounds really cool. I really want bracelets or stickers or whatever it is, or just to let me know what's going on. We'll get together a mailing list too.
Yep.
So be sure to just kind of hit us up as we start to kind of get the word out there. But the idea is, do the thing now. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Draw the thing, write the thing. And even if you don't end up drawing or writing the thing, just use it as a way to kind of get yourself moving.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do your house projects or get back into school or whatever it is, but just kind of get off your ass and do the thing and don't wait.
Yeah, just start.
Just like my advice earlier, get up every morning just a little bit earlier, go do the thing, get up, go do the thing and do it now.
Yeah. Step one is just start. And then there's more steps, but that first one.
Yep, got to get moving.
All right.
Speaking of rolling.
Bye.
Do the thing, kids. Do the thing.